Colorado Buffalo's new depth chart is going to present some challenges. But before we get off into the video, when you come across the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you'll know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And if it's your first time coming across the platform and you're new to my channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. Now, over the recent days, man, Colorado's been in the news, and Deion Sanders just hired his new defensive coordinator. But before we get off into this video is sponsored by our new sponsor, SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, the official sponsor of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the #1 rated ticketing app, over 28 million downloads, 70,000 plus events from concerts to sports, all your tickets across the web, all in one place, rated 1 to 10. Green means good, red means bad, and all your tickets are backed by your buyer's guarantee. And remember, use my promo code SimplyBallDropping at checkout to get $20 off your purchase.
And just remember, when you use Simply Ball Dropping, my promo code at checkout, you're getting yourself a great deal, and also you're helping the channel. Well, let's get right off into it, man. Over the recent days, man, Deion Sanders has announced his new defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston from Cincinnati. Now, Robert Livingston, man, he comes from the NFL, and he has a great work ethic, and he comes from a great pedigree, and he knows his X's and O's on calling defenses. Now, what's going to happen is, with all the talent that has came to Colorado over, the transfer portal and all these commits, he got his work cut out for him, man. So in this situation, coming into the 2024 season, who is going to be his starters? Who is going to be his starters on the defensive side of the ball? Now, in that defensive secondary, it all starts with Travis Hunter and Deion Sanders. Now, everybody wants to see Cormani McClain have a breakout season. Is he going to be starting on the other side of Travis Hunter? Now, they got a deep depth chart with all the guys that came in from the transfer portal and also has committed to Colorado. Now, it all starts with Travis Hunter, of course, but the Buffs need sophomore Cormani McClain to take the next step. They went out and landed transfer Preston Hodge from Liberty. However, to upgrade that spot, Omarion Cooper and Carter Stottmeyer are talented corners slated to return. Also, they got, safeties. It appears, to be one of CU's most solid units with Deion Sanders, Cameron Silman-Craig, and Trevor Woods. The Buffs are in great shape. If rising sophomores Jaden Milner-Jones takes the next step, the Buffs will be loaded at the top. Jaquez Robinson, Miles Slusher, and Vito Tinsdale are also experienced players who have pushed for starting roles or at least provide good depth. So Robert Livingston, he got his work cut out. And then you got on the inside linebackers, you also got Levante Bentley returning, coming off a really good season. Also, they landed Florida State's transfer DJ Lundy. And also, when fully, healthy, the Demorier Kennedy could help, and the Buffs have a trio of redshirt freshmen they like. So it's gonna be a hard mix and match what Robert Livingston is gonna do. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, Pat Shurmur pretty much got it, sold up, with the depth chart, with the quarterback and Shedeur Sanders. You got your running back Dylan Edwards, Savoye Wilkerson, and Charlie Offerdahl. At wide receiver position, you got the stud in Travis Hunter. Then also you got Cordell Russell, the freshman out of TCU. You still got Jimmy Horn Jr., and then you got Terrell Timmons Jr. Also, you got Will Shepard. He came in from Vanderbilt. And then you got the big guy, Marion Miller. He's just a sophomore. And then at the tight end position, you got Shaman Matea, Eli, I think his name is Yelverton or something like that, and Brady Cortez. So, and then also, at that offensive line position, you know, you got Isaiah Jatter, you got the big man in Jordan Seaton, you got Tyler Johnson, you got Van Wells, and you got Yakari Walker. Also, you got Justin Mayer and Kareem Harden. So basically on the offensive side of the ball, you know what you're going to get. But where it's going to be take its toll is on that defensive side of the ball. And then also you got the edge rushers, you know, got Samuel Kolu, you know, Eric Brantley, and Brandon Davis Swain. So defensively, you know, Robert Livingston going to have his work cut out for him on who he's going to put in that starting lineup. Now, excuse me. Now, you know, on that defensive side of the ball, you know, Shiloh and Travis Hunter is pretty much a lock to be in that secondary. But then the young guys that they brought in, and like I said, you still got, you know, Roger Silman Craig. You know, he's a senior. You know what he brought to the table last year. I think he led the team in interceptions last year. And then late in the season, he got hurt. And then that's when you saw Roderick Ward step in and pay big dividends. Also, you know, Cormani McClain. You know, what can we get from that sophomore? What can Colorado get from that sophomore? And what can Robert Livingston get out of him? Is he going to be on the field? Is he going to be in, you know, film studies, man? Is he going to perfect his craft? It's going to be a lot of questions that's got to be answered, you know, coming into 2024 on that defensive side of the ball. Who's going to be in? Who's going to be out? So, you know, if they go to a 4-3, now, you know, you're going to have 2 safeties and 2 corners. Now, with the safeties coming in, you still, you know, mix and match with Shiloh, mix and match with Travis Hunter, Cormani McClain, Roger Stillman Craig. I mean, Trevor Woods. I mean, these guys pay big dividends in that secondary, but it's up to Robert Livingston to put it all together. You saw what, you know, the defensive side of the ball brought to the table last year in moments when they was effective. When you had Travis Hunter out there, when you had Shiloh Sanders out there, when you had Roderick Ward out there, when you had Silman Craig out there. We saw a glimpse of what Cormani McClain could be, but he has to stay on the field. He has to be able to, you know, prepare himself so he can get out there and pay big dividends. But like I said, you know, you got the edge rushers in Samuel Kolu. Now you got your linebackers in BJ Green. I mean, the offense side of the ball is pretty much sold up, but I'm concerned about that defensive side of the ball. What Robert Livingston is going to do with that group. You know, got guys that came in from the transfer portal, got guys that committed. I'm pretty interested in to see, you know, how he's going to mix it up and what defense is he going to run. Is he going to go to a 3-4? Is he going to go to a 4-3? What's going to be their primary package? Then on nickel coverages, who's going to be in? Who's going to be out? You got a lot of primetime players on that defensive side of the ball, and it's up to Robert Livingston, the new defensive coordinator, to put it all together. Now, if Robert Livingston and Pat Shurmur could be on one page, the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, you know, doing things to help each other out, things can be special in Boulder, Colorado this year. But it's going to be very interesting to see what Robert Livingston is going to choose to be his primary package, the 4-3 or the 3-4. Now you go to the 3-4, 3 down linemen, 4 in the backfield. Go to the 4-3, 4 down linemen, 3 in the secondary. I mean, he got a lot of pieces that he can work with, but it's going to be very interesting what he decides to do, man. But like I said, it all starts with Travis Hunter and Shiloh Sanders in that secondary. Then you can mix guys in. They are your leaders. They are your playmakers. They're your skill players. And then you got the dog in BJ Green. And you got the edge rusher in Samuel Kolu. And like I said, on the offensive side of the ball, everybody can feed off of what Jordan Seaton brings to the table, and we'll see how that offense goes. And he vowed to protect Shedeur Sanders. He's going to keep him upright. And you heard what Shedeur Sanders said in his Gatorade commercial in the Super Bowl, D2. You know, don't touch 2. That's the new mantra, don't touch 2. But it's going to be very interesting, man, what Robert Livingston is going to do with the defense, man. Like I said, Colorado's trending in the right direction, but Robert Livingston, man, you got your work cut out for you. So you guys let me know what y'all think. Who do you think is going to be in that secondary to start the season off? Post your comments. I'd like to hear from you. Share the video out. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.